Hey guys, Artosis here with the CasterMuse Narak Star League Season 4. What we have here is a best of 3 in the round of 16, and the winner of this match is going to advance to the round of 8. We have HM in the top right of Eclipse, and in the bottom left we have Free. Obviously, Free is favored here. He's actually the CasterMuse Star League Season 4 champion. And the actual Star League is a tier above the Narak Star League, right? Like that's for the very best of the best pros. And he won that one, which you can find the cast to every single game on this ArtosisCasts YouTube channel. So definitely do check that out. Fantastic tournament. But yeah, Free is really in great shape lately. He's someone that can take anyone down, and his PvZ, of course, always on point. H&M, though, you know, he's an up-and-coming player. He's a strong Zerg. Everyone knows who he is. Don't underestimate him. We'll see what he has planned here against Free, though. Eclipse, I think it's definitely a very doable map here. You know, it's not that hard for Protoss to secure third base or anything like that. Looks like Free is going to throw down a gateway, so pretty standard gateway expansion, even though when Eclipse first came out, we had a lot of cannon rushes here. You can't really cannon rush forever. This isn't StarCraft 2, so you Once Cannon Rush gets into the meta, everyone gets really good against it again, and it kind of disappears. Not nearly as strong in this game as in StarCraft 2. But yeah, the probe going to come across the map. This is, it looks like an overpool opening here from HM, and he's going to bring this drone down to block that ramp, just kind of trick him a little bit, maybe. Pretty standard what we see here. What generally ends up happening in this type of situation, where it is that pool, not the super fast pool, but just kind of a defensive pool against the gateway expand. Normally the Zealots can't come out too early on, like 6th and 8lings should be coming across, and that kind of forces him to sit back, probably throw down a Forge, and you have to block the ramp, oftentimes with the Zealot and Probe, and then use a Zealot or two around the gateway. Stuff like that happens quite often. And then, you know, Free probably will end up pushing out again with some Zealots later on, like 4 Zealots later on. So the hatchery goes down at the third base for HM. You know, that's what happens. You get blocked. You can do that. No problem. The probe hiding to the side. He is going to see the additional 2lings come out. So it's not just those first 4 that ran past. You can see the eggs, you know, when they're going to hatch, basically by the syncing of when they were made. So, you know, 2 were made together, then another one. Now there's the third hatchery for HM. There's a couple Zealots sitting at home. And we'll see how these Zerglings fair. Like, they don't want to fight the Zealots, but if you can run by and get in the main base, it's really strong. Nexus comes down. Free. Gonna play as greedily as possible here. Oh! That's actually a big deal. He surrounds the Zealot. It has to be pulled back, and that allows the Lings in the main. This is why I was talking about how you normally have Zealot Probe here, and then a Zealot with the second one popping out, guarding the gateway. So, definitely a bit of a mistake. Now he's lost some probes in the main base. This is highly annoying for Free. Not game ending, but yeah, that's not how you wanted this to go. That's for sure. I would love to see him throw down a Forge pretty quickly here. Still making the Zealots. Looks like he wants to go Assimilator, and that's actually a great scout from these Zerglings. He sees, oh, okay, you're going to play a little bit more greedy. So either he can turn up the aggression, or he can just go ahead and drone pretty freely, I guess, right now. Layer comes across the map. A few more Lings going to be chasing this probe around. Yeah, just keeping these alive, keeping these Zealots back. You know, as soon as you lose these Zerglings, these Zealots have free reign, and obviously Free is going to want to push out to put some counter pressure on. Does have that Nexus finishing up a little bit. There we go. Cybernetics Core in the main. Still no Forge. He's really pushing it back as far as possible, which I love to see, by the way. It's really the meta right now, you know. Mini playing in ASL has really kind of shown just how far back you can push that Forge if you are making a lot of Zealots and kind of applying that pressure, whether it be out on the map or just the knowledge that you have this many Zealots being made. All right, only 1 Zergling left here in the main. I think we will see a Forge go down at the natural pretty quickly here. Yep, there's that Forge, utilizing the egg, making a small hole to block here. Oh my god, the 5 hit points Zergling just barely getting away. In the meantime, the probe's still running around. Zergling speed is being made from HM. We don't see a Hydralisk Den or anything like that. Okay, there we go. Zerg Spire on the way. Stargate being made. Great scouting still from this single Zergling. Finally, that Forge going to finish up. The Speedlings that were remaining back at home being sent across the map right now for HM. This one's still alive somehow at 2 health. No kills on him yet, but being annoying as he can. Look at that, pulls back. Love to see it. Hate to play against it. Okay, I heard it die. There we go. Rip. Okay, second gas coming up. Oh, okay. I think we're actually going to see mutas this game. It really looks that way from HM. Like, Zealots start to walk out across the map a little bit. Okay, looks like he's going to come out with 5. Keeps 2 at home with the cannon warping in, so that's going to be good anti-Zergling defense. We can't run by that. More Zerglings being made, and yeah, with that second gas mining, 100%, we're going to see a bunch of mutas going across the map. Now, we don't have any cannons in this mineral line. We don't have any in this mineral line. And if you don't have a cannon near this, then Scourge can actually babysit and force Corsairs to not be made. There's enough Lings out on the map right now that Free is going to be in trouble if he tries to walk across. Here comes that first Corsair, but 6 mutas are being hatched right now. A ton of Lings going around the side. Oh my god, this is going to be kind of crazy. Like, he's going to see... He knows now that there's mutas, okay? He knows. We should see some cannons thrown up immediately. Right? There's the mutas hitting his Corsair. Doesn't actually run. He actually waited for it to finish, so maybe he didn't know. But there's a cannon. He needs some in the main as well. He is making some. Now, the Zealot's going across, but look at this. The Zergling counterattack coming in right now. Oh, he's actually a little bit sloppy on it. Gets around the cannon, though. This is big. The Zealots cannot turn around, but the damage is going to be massive. The Zergling's getting on top of absolutely everything. Going to be killing off some of these probes. He's trying to stop the cannon. He does, in fact. The muta's now going to go deal with this big amount of Zealots that are walking across the map. Speed only halfway done. +1 not there as well. He's going to be unpowering everything. HM in a very good position here. The muta's going to town on these Zealots. And yeah, the +1 is not even going to finish. Probes coming down to fight. Unfortunately for them, the Zerglings and muta are going to outmatch them. Let's see if these Zealots can get anything done in the main base of HM. They are killing a few drones here and there. Okay, they get cleaned up. Corsairs trying to push things back. But let's take a look at the numbers here. 24 probes against 20 drones. That is not good for a Protoss player. That is very rough. Obviously, it's not a huge number from either side. But with this many hatcheries, you can pop those drones right out. Instead, though, he's actually making more units. So it looks like he wants to just attack. Coming through right now. More Zerglings coming in. The muta's diving on top of the Corsairs. Corsairs in some serious trouble here. The Zerglings trying to kill off the cannons because really he only needs to worry about things that shoot up because then his mutas will dominate absolutely everything. Down goes the cannon. The other cannon going to be picked off without taking a single shot. And GGHM wins. Let's go on to game number 2. All right, so it's game number 2. That was a pretty aggressive game out of HM, but he did a great job just kind of disabling Free, who, you know, you have to look at as a favorite. So in this type of tournament setting, smart move from HM to try to go for that mutaless play, kind of block scouting for a long time. And he just barely kind of rolled Free over before Free was ready. So, you know, this is an elimination match, and the winner goes to the round of 8. Free, again, maybe the favorite of the entire tournament, honestly. So it's a big win there for HM. Now, what is Free going to do differently this game to make sure HM can't pull a fast one on him once again? Is he going to take the same sort of like greedy stance? Is he going to play more safely? Is he going to play more aggressive? It's hard to say, but I mean, he's a consummate pro, and I'm excited to see what that choice is going to entail. The map is Polaris Rhapsody, and yeah, kind of a crazy map overall. It's always interesting to see where Zerg wants to take their third base. Obviously, their naturals here against Protoss. Sometimes they take this third, which is a mineral only. Sometimes they take the double gas third, and sometimes they take this pocket third over here. But hard to say which one HM is going to go for, and it might have to line up with the strategy he wants to pull off here. Now, Gateway Opener, once again, for free. Seems all the top Protoss are really doing this pretty much all the time. We see, like, Nexus first and Gate expands very, very often. It is a pool first here, coming out of HM. In fact, this is a 9 pool, I believe. So, oh, okay. Well, I mean, 9 pool against the Zealots. I think you're not really afraid of this as free, but I believe you're supposed to get a Forge against this. We'll see about that, right? Because, like, he can make a lot of Zerglings, and if he overwhelms this area, you lose the game. It's just the Zergling's going to come out a lot quicker. So 6 Lings on the way. Drone coming down. Probe going to block this just for a little bit, but you don't want to take any real damage on the probe, because you got to keep this thing alive to watch for any incoming cheeses. Oh, nice jukes and jives. With the pylon being made, the Zerglings might go ahead and attack this first before going across the map. It's not like there's a sharp timing he's looking for with these Zerglings to get up there. Now let's see how Free wants to do this. Is he going to make a Forge here? Forge, there it is. Okay. So as predicted, there we go with the Forge. That should make him pretty safe. And of course, being down on elimination point, you don't want to take any big risks here, especially when you're the favored player. Probe coming back for a scout. The couple Lings going to block that scout from coming in. Nice micro there by HM. Gas is being mined. And we don't have a third hatch or anything. So let's see what he wants to do. He's going to be hitting 100 gas here pretty quickly. We don't see another drone on the map either, do we? Look at this. The Overlord's scouting and checking what's what. Sees no Nexus first, no cannon. I'm actually kind of intrigued. Okay, so 2-base layer. And he's trying really hard right now to get the probe. Doesn't look like he's going to quite get... He's almost got some damage on it. Ooh. Juking and jiving here of Free. He really wants to keep this alive. Hasn't scouted bottom left. Hasn't scouted here recently. Hasn't scouted here. So doesn't really know as far as... whether or not there's a third base, but I think he saw for a while that no drone came out, so definitely that is somewhat telling. Hydralisk Den on the way with a quick layer. Guys, we might be seeing like a lurker play. We might be seeing a drop coming up as well. Kind of some crazy cheesiness coming out of HM, who is just dogging this probe left and right. Really wants to prevent that from getting in. The Overlord flying over the natural towards that main base. Some additional Lings waiting at home. Can catch that probe if it comes back. He's doing a good job kind of mirroring the probe's movement. He's trying to deny it from really getting anywhere nearby. Yeah, there's the Lurker upgrade. Are we going to have drops as well, or is this just going to be Ling Lurker? Ling Lurker is a viable all-in against Protoss. What you do is you run right up to the gate, basically. Your Lings will attack and tank some damage. Their Lurkers run up and burrow, and if they get all the cannons, you win. Right? Like, that's it. There's never, like, a pylon here to stop you at the ramp. It's going to be basically impossible at that point. So there is the possibility that HM can win this 2-0. Lurker upgrade on the way. Some Overlords going forward. We do not see any sort of drop upgrade. So this is just a full frontal push that's going to be coming out of HM. A lot of Speedlings coming up. Now, don't forget, he did get Speedlings in the previous game. He did show a lot of Zerglings at the front in the previous game. So that could be on the mind of Free. Is this possibly going to be mutas again? We got to get the Stargate to check. Well, honestly, the Stargate, the worst thing you could ever have against this incoming Lurker attack. It just does absolutely nothing. All right, a second cannon. Very good. Robo on the way. Okay. That means observers are not going to be that far off. I kind of like this for Free right now. Is he going to have enough, though? If he makes a third cannon, I think that could be enough to just straight up kill HM. Like, I mean, if you have any of the cannons left, yeah, look at that third cannon. Gotta be careful with these Zealots, though. You have to be really careful. You don't want to lose anything. Of course, he doesn't know what's out there. Free is playing very close to blind here. He's only seen some Speedlings. He hasn't confirmed a third base. Another cannon goes down. Yeah, he's feeling that something's off. Here we go. Oh my god, the Zerglings come in and get in front of those Zealots. Lurkers start to burrow here, and now those Zealots going to take a ton of damage. Looks like one does get picked off very, very quickly. The Zealot's taking damage from the Lurker. He's got a target. No, he gets a cannon, and the Lurker stays alive. No cannons left over here. This is a terrible situation for Free. He's in so much trouble right now. Almost no drones across the match for HM. If he gets held, he is dead as well. Don't forget it. The Robo is up. Observatory is on the way, but it looks like everything is going to get unpowered. Probes coming out to fight Lurker Ling. I don't think so. And I think that Free is going to get eliminated here by the very cheesy plays from HM. Amazingly done. Yeah, well, I mean, it was extremely cheesy, very all-in from HM in both of the games, but it's a tournament. You do what you gotta do to win, and he is flooding with the Lings. That's it. GG. HM advances.